Hello, folks, and welcome to episode 401 of the Chooch Podcast. Hello, it's me, John. I'm back from my break. I was gone for the beach episode. They all went off on their little fun vacation, and then I went on my own vacation, which I probably shouldn't have, but it's okay. It's all in the past. We're normal. We're here. Hello, it's me, John. With me this week is Maverick. Maverick, how are you doing?
Hey, I'm doing all right.
Glad to hear it.
You know, hanging out.
Yeah, hanging out, chilling. That's good. We got Lorelei on the show today. Lorelei, how are you?
I'm back. It's good to be back on the show, and I'm having a fantastic day.
Glad to hear it. So, the news, everybody. The news, it's been going off. Look, we got a lot of news this week, even if we're ignoring, world events, as it were. It's fucking crazy out there. So, if anyone doesn't have any, pressing updates to share, I'm gonna say we should maybe go into the news for a hot minute, and then we can maybe talk about some stuff that we've been up to lately.
I am down with that. Let's go into some news, I guess.
Sure. Alright. Well, let's see here. Alright. I'm trying to pick some stuff here, because there's some interesting news, there's some wacky news, there's some good news, and there's some just fucked up, crazy, insane shit going on. So I'm just gonna randomly open up one of the tabs on my that are open on my browser, and that's just what we're gonna talk about. Okay, all right, sure. We'll start off with this, y'all. Within the past 2 weeks, Yuji Naka has kind of gone off the deep end, it seems like. Dude has just been completely off the shits. He posted a picture celebrating the 26th anniversary of Knights. And in the image, blacked out with a quick photo edit, Naoto Oshima, who was his longtime business partner, was also instrumental in the creation of Sonic and Knights and a lot of other stuff, as well as Balan Wonderworld, which, as you may know, did not go very well for anyone involved. Yuji Naka, I will say, for a bit there, people were feeling pretty bad for him. But as time has gone on, it does sound like there's been a lot of talk of Yuji Naka in the past. Just a lot of talk of him being completely and totally ruthless and unreasonable, and a complete and total shithead when it comes to working with him. So it really it seems like the wrathful posting of a man scorned after everyone is finally done with his shit. I don't know what else to say, really, because it's there's all that stuff where, oh, hey, when they were making the Sonic Saturn game, he didn't let them use the Knights engine because he was being a weirdo about it. And because of how shitty he was treating people, it straight up hospitalized folks who were working on that game. He does not seem to be good to work with at all. And now he's just kind of lashing out at everybody. I don't know if y'all have anything to say here, really, because
I saw it come across my Twitter a couple of times from a couple of the friends of mine who've worked on the Sonic comics, and it's very much like that. That man seems to have gone from hey asshole to completely unhinged because he's finally facing repercussions for his behavior.
Mm-hmm.
And he just can't stand it because his tweets are completely out of left field, exploding. It's so weird to watch. And it's so weird to watch people who love Sonic with all of their passion just go, yeah, this guy is not the father of Sonic. I mean, yeah, he was involved, but everything that we love about Sonic came from other things. So fuck him.
This definitely feels very similar to what happened with Inafune, you know, where someone just is seeming to try to coast on old goodwill, and I don't think Inafune is as bad as Naka. You know, like there weren't any stories of Inafune like abusing his position and treating his workers extremely poorly. Inafune just seemed extremely uninformed and a bit too sure of himself, and that's kind of what led to his downfall. But here, Yuji Naka just seems like he is burning bridges left and right, and then looking around and going, why can't I cross any rivers? You know, like he's just fucking up a whole lot here, and he's gonna be left alone after all this.
Yeah, Inafune seemed like the guy that was carried to greatness by the people around him, whereas Yuji Naka just, and Inafune, sniffed his own farts, but, like, not to the level of Yuji Naka, who's just, well, I'm the greatest. It's...
At what, dude? At what?
Yeah, exactly. It's so weird to watch. It is so weird to watch. My version of Bayline Wonderworld would have been the greatest game ever made. But they kicked me off, and that's why the game is mediocre at best. It's like, no, I'm pretty sure it probably would have sucked just as bad if you had been there right up until release, bud.
Yeah, like the fact that this is very obviously something that was, like, supposed to be your baby. And they had to kick you off of it because of just how horrible you were to work with. Like, dude, it wasn't just like a few people kicking him off. It was like everyone was like, dude, we do not want to work with this guy anymore. Please stop. It was not. God.
Yeah.
It was a concerted effort.
Yeah. It seemed like even the people who would have supported him in the past were just like, yeah, fuck this asshole. Holy shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't want to be too mean. I know folks have a lot of there are folks that have some love for some of Naka's stuff, and like hell, I know folks who like legit really like Balan Wonderworld, and it's like, you know what? Yeah, I just wish that it was better, because I honestly feel like those things would be better without Yuji Naka fucking it up, you know?
Yeah.
It's frustrating. It is frustrating. Alright, I'm gonna say one more bit of news here. I'm gonna again pick something at random here. I'm just gonna I just closed something on accident. Damn. Whoops.
Oh no.
Alright, you know what? I'll make that the choice then. Okay. I'll make that the choice. So, Christine, I'm sure that you could probably talk a bit more about this one, because you have experience with this sort of thing as the Final Fantasy XIV head here. Yeah, so this happened where I live. This happened in my city where I'm living currently. So,
have you gone out to see it?
I mean, I thought they took it down. Is it still up?
It was, it would be down now, but it did last its whole run.
Oh my God.
Of 4 days.
Yeah, I didn't go to see it. I did not make my pilgrimage to the Final Fantasy XIV Summer Nightclub event billboard. Where shit just kind of fell apart completely. I don't know if you want to like kind of run us through it, or you know.
So I guess we're getting the Final Fantasy XIV segment out of the way pretty quick, which is
Lorelai,
good.
I need you to tell me about this shit. Like, what the fuck?
It is the most baffling fucking decision I have ever seen from an ERP venue owner. And I mean, I know some pretty fucking stupid ERP venue owners. Like, there are some really dumb people in that game who run clubs. There are some really cool people that I'm good friends with who run bakeries and whatnot, and clubs, and are DJs for those things. But this was a weird fucking decision, and, like, I'd have no issue with it normally, except for the fact that they used data mined assets.
Explain exactly what this was initially. Introduce this.
Well, it was a group of a club owner who was like, hey, you know, they decided to have an event when they moved into their new house to, hey, celebrate the start of the summer and all that, right. Which I have no issue with. That happens all the time. But they decided to, put up a billboard for it and misrepresent what they are.
Yeah, they are, and we're talking about like an actual 4 real life ass billboards. Yeah, one of them was in Austin, Texas. One of them was in Houston, and I think 2 of them were somewhere in California.
Yes, wow, my favorite movie: 4 billboards across California and Texas.
Yeah,
really think it should have won the Oscar that year.
Yeah, it sure could have.
Like, the thing is recently in the game, like, mods have become an issue, where if you're streaming with them on, and somebody sees you and reports you, you're just gonna get banned for 10 days. Because, you know, they needed to crack down after a bunch of big stuff happened with, like, the new Ultimate Fight and people running mods. Which that's the main problem with this club group. First of all, as I said, they misrepresented what they are. They keep saying family friendly, but they also keep linking their Discord, which is full of porn because they are an erotic roleplay club. So their event might be family friendly, but you can't link your Discord if that's the case when it's full of porn. It's baffling to me. And then they, you know, went out to other streamers and said, hey, you should come to our family-friendly event. And then in the littlest bit of research these people are doing, it was like, that's not family-friendly. No, I'm not going to come to your event. They went all over the place with that. Then they put up these billboards, which featured assets that were data mined from the summer, like, costumes from the summer event that's coming up in like a month. So the data for the outfits are in the code for the game, but it's not accessible. So to be able to take a screenshot with it, it means you needed to do a whole bunch of illegal shit, like very against the rules. And, like, the biggest concern that comes from this is that Square is going to start cracking down on not just the erotic roleplay community, but the roleplay community in general. And that has happened a bit, because whenever something like this happens, where something gets in the news, you get a lot of assholes on Reddit that just start reporting everyone and trying to get people banned. And that has been happening already. So it just kind of sucks for the whole community in general. Not just from being just absolutely being a completely stupid, boneheaded move to, why the fuck would you put up a billboard for a Final Fantasy XIV event? Like, nobody's gonna fucking know what the fuck it is. It's so weird.
Yeah, and then it's an extremely odd choice because, like, who are you trying to attract with this? Like, people just driving on the side of the road, they're just going to see that and they're going to be like, what's a Discord? What is this? I don't know what Twitch is. And also, they use the official Final Fantasy XIV logo without any kind of permission or anything, so that is also probably some sort of copyright issue there.
Actually not. Going through the terms of service usage and all of the different documents they give, it's actually required if you post outside of the game, if you are doing something to promote the game, you are required to have that and the copyright Square Enix all rights reserved thing on there. So actually, that makes the billboard a little bit more legally okay. Like,
but it's still incredibly stupid, and they also used mods, and it's just like, all right, this is a bad
that's
idea.
Where you go, and literally almost all of them have been banned now. Ended up getting in trouble because, well, you used data mined assets, which they have said they are going to start prosecuting people who share data mined assets because it's illegal. It's such a weird fucking thing. Like, I still just, like, the last week has just been a fascinating train wreck on Twitter.
So, like, didn't this kind of, like, go on, though? Didn't it happen still?
It'll be tonight.
What went down? Okay.
It'll be tonight. What's going down now is just, like, people standing in front of the house where it's supposed to take place, just being downright assholes, just, like, playing clown music in their clown outfits on the, like, outside the house constantly, and just, like, essentially just, like, really disrupting these people. Like, hey, you know what? Fuck you guys. We're going to make your life a living hell for being idiots. It's been a wild train wreck to watch, because it's mostly just been recently people trolling the club all day, every day.
Sure.
Like, standing outside with their tank mounts, just shooting cannons at the doors constantly. It's really dumb. But when you do something like that, hey, you deserve a little bit of trolling for a few days, because you're idiots. And other than that, in Final Fantasy, like, we had a couple interesting things happen. Data center travel launched, which has been, like, the greatest thing, because it means I can hang with Solon with my main character now, which is gonna rule. I can, like, hang out with all my friends, no matter where they are, without needing to make new characters, which is good, because I want to spend less time in the game. Like, having multiple characters was driving me up the wall, because it was just like, oh, here's all this extra shit I have to do. And it broke for, like, it was kind of amazing, because it broke for, like, the first hour, and then everyone was like, see, I knew this wasn't going to work, and now we're going to be trapped in the wrong places for a week. They got it back up, fully up and running in, like, about 6 hours. They got it fully going how it should work, with every server available to transfer to. And on the first day, it took about a half hour, and now it takes about 5 minutes. Which is really nice, because it means, oh, Solon's doing a stream today? Okay, I'm going to wait until 5 minutes of the end of Rampage, or end of AEW, and then I'm going to transfer my character over, and then I can join him. You know, it's like, it's really nice to have, and the fact that it broke because there were 15,000 people a minute requesting server transfers when it first launched. And then they actually changed their server code to fix that, to support that, so it could actually work. And, you know, props to Square Enix, because it looked like it was going to be a shit show, and nope, they fixed it right away. And the only problem now is everybody wanting to go to the weird ERP server, which honestly isn't even that weird. It's like, just go to your server's Limsa, and it's exactly the same as Balmung there. You don't need to go there to gawk. It's literally no different. But yeah, there's your Final Fantasy 14 minute.
Thank you.
Well, no, I don't need to go there to gawk. I need to go there to get the gawk.
Well, I mean, folks, as I said, you can do that on any server.
True. I remembered to cancel my subscription, not because I don't like the game, but because I literally cannot afford another 6-month subscription fee. So, dodged a bullet there.
And that's it. That's everything, folks. That's everything that's going on. Maverick, what have you been gaming on? What's going on with you? I mean, even other than gaming, what's up? What's going on?
Same old of
Yeah.
other stuff. But I've been better about compartmentalizing that. Quick update that I can give about Rumbleverse. The new playtest came out for this weekend, and it's going to be the last playtest before servers are up and running later on in the fall. But some quick things I noticed about just new additions and overall how it's going. A lot of people are learning how to combo in that game in a way that's got me actually a little tilted. Or it's just like, oh my god, there was one match I was in yesterday where someone kept hitting me against the wall and grappling me to then just get me back into the wall, and it was an upward movement kind of deal, and I'm just like, oh, please let me gain control again. I want to get away from you badly. But, alongside of that, some new things that were immediately apparent, one of which, so when you're in a down state, one of the easiest things your character can do is roll out. You can punch out of the knockout state, which then just does like a big, chop in your area of effect. If you press the grapple button, last time, I don't remember it really doing much. I don't think there's an actual response to, just doing any sort of grapple on wake up. Here, you are actually able to do a low blow. It's a very short range, but it's enough of a stun that you can then go into your own, strike combo or get into another grapple. And I think it's a good addition, especially with the way that it's very easy to have a push and pull momentum in that game. Other things that I'm trying to think. The moves are still the same for the most part. I didn't see anything new come up with any of the moves that you can learn. So still just some very, very efficient things to take care of there. Overall, Rumbleverse is still just really fun to play. I'm really excited for it to come out in the fall. I think that's going to be a battle royale that actually sticks for me, which I've tried a few, and they never really, go that far for me. But I think Rumbleverse has a lot of potential.
It seems like something a lot of people really, really dig, I've seen just lots of people super hyped up about it, having a great time playing those playtests, and just excited for it to really drop, so that's cool. So for John, I already talked about it on one of the other podcasts, so I'm not going to go too into it, but I did go to Anime Expo this past weekend, which was why I was not around. And like I said, probably shouldn't have, but I'm healthy. I didn't get sick, so I'll take I'll take that W there.
Haters still mad.
Still mad. Hey, go get another shot. If you can. That's all I'm gonna say.
Haters, get the goo in you.
Get that goo. Get that up-to-date goo as soon as you can. For gaming, though, I did get a package right before I left. And so I put together my new and improved GBA SP with the IPS screen from Funny Playing, which I would recommend to anybody. They are very helpful because I ordered the wrong screen before, and they got it all processed and figured out and sent me a new one real quick. And I love the screen. It is fucking gorgeous. It looks incredible. I love to see it. I love to play my games on there. I've been playing a lot of Emerald version is what I've been focusing on. Really, really love how that's been going. Hey, did you know that Emerald version is legit really good? Did you know that they did a really good job with the 3rd gen of Pokemon? Because it's good. And I like it. I'm almost done with the main story. I'm on the last gym leader. But I gotta grind a little bit, because, I will say that there are some, weird level jumps. They don't really give you too much time to train in between the 7th and 8th gyms. Because they're, in the low 30s, I want to say. Yeah, they're, Tate and Lisa are, high 30s. And then you just go fight the Team Aqua and Team Magma guys. And they're not that strong, But then you get to Juan, and his fucking Kingdra's like level 46. You don't really have enough time to like grind, you know? It's just like, come on, give me a little time here. Give me some more trainer battles. There's not really a lot of trainer battles. But I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying seeing how lovely it looks on my screen. I can't wait to play more GBA games on it. You know, I got a good collection already. I mean, original Game Boy games look great on it too. I'm gonna be prowling around playing Mole Mania. You know how that shit goes. I'm just incredible content. Just good, just great. I love it.
Congratulations, because I have heard many a tale about the process of you getting your SP taken care of.
It has taken a long time. It has been quite the effort, but it is done, and I am pleased. There is one more thing I have to do, though. I do actually still have to solder a small wire inside of it to allow me to control the brightness. But I'm not really chomping at the bit for that. You know, like, I'm not in too much of a hurry just because, like, it's already set to the brightest setting. And the battery is still, like, you know, fine. So, it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
I don't need to bump it down. Not unless I was, like, going on, like, a big old road trip or something. And then even then, I'm usually driving these days, so I can't play my SP while I'm driving.
Not with that attitude.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I gotta, you know, with my nice screen, I'm like, oh, here we go. I'm gonna be driving, and no, I'm not. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, Anime Expo, I did that. Trying to think, what gaming stuff happened there. I mean, you know, like Spike Chunsoft announced they were gonna bring over one of those, science adventure, visual novels. I don't remember which one. I know it's got a fucking semicolon in the name, though, because they all do. They love semicolons over there. Here's something that got announced, actually. Recently, I think it was on the last Nintendo Direct Mini, there was that announcement of that Ultraman Kaiju Monster Rancher game, and everyone was just like, oh, that's never coming out over here. And then they announced that it was coming out in some other parts of Asia that would have an English translation. So it's like, okay, we could just import it or download it from that version of the eShop, you know, just like connect to the Singapore eShop or whatever. But no, at Anime Expo, they actually announced Monster Rancher, let me get the exact name. Yeah, Ultra Kaiju Monster Rancher is getting an official release over here. I doubt that it'll be a physical release, but hey, you'd be able to download that. That's cool.
Yeah, I'm personally excited as a very budding Ultraman fan, but especially because I don't know, like, it's been a while since there's been any new Monster Rancher content aside from the remasters of 1 and 2. So hopefully this is definitely a chance, you know, just to experiment with the idea of what that series' future could be.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I'm looking forward to it. And the other thing that got announced at AX, at the Fate Grand Order panel, surprisingly enough, was Witch on the Holy Night, which is a pretty big Type Moon visual novel that never got brought over here, of course, but you know, it's one of the like most beloved Type Moon VNs, other than, you know, your Tsukihime's, your Fate Stay Nights. I mean, you know, they have so many. It's like, of course, everyone's gonna love all their stuff. But that is officially coming over here on PS4 and Switch this winter, which, you know, is exciting in its own way. But personally, I'm just hoping that means that eventually we will get some form of release of Tsukihime over here. That would be lovely. I am, you know, it seems a little out of reach so far, but perhaps if this game sells well enough, we will get Tsukihime officially in the States. That would be very cool. But I mean, the fact that they like announced this during like their big Fate stream, their big Fate panel, makes me have a little hope.
I'll believe it.
Maybe someone cares.
I'll have that faith.
Somebody cares.
Oh, I'm pretty sure a lot of people do.
Mm-hmm. Let's see here. Another bit of news here. I'm just gonna kind of jump around here. Okay, here's a weirdo bit of news here. This is a wacky one. So, as you and I and all of us know by now, Nintendo is a publicly traded company, which means that they have shareholder meetings on the regular. They, have to answer questions from their shareholders. And apparently, a person who goes by the handle Momiji on Twitter spent 5.6 million yen, or just around 40,000 US dollars, to buy up shares of Nintendo, and specifically went to this shareholder meeting, or called into it, I suppose, to ask Shuntaro Furukawa, the president of Nintendo, when they're going to be making more F-Zero games.
Fucking hell yeah.
It's good flex. It's good use of... I mean, if you got that kind of money, get what you want from it.
For real. He just did what he had to. He said that, he bought 100 shares to get the opportunity to attend. He was not guaranteed to ask a question, so this was still a gamble. He did not know if he was going to be able to do it. But he did. And, Furukawa said, basically, it's difficult to develop new titles and remakes, including sequels, for every Nintendo game that people request, but we are very grateful and appreciate the expectations our fans have of our games. And then Shinya Takahashi, the managing executive officer, also said, we're always considering how to develop new titles and remakes that can be enjoyed by many players. So, bunch of nothing, really. But this guy put in the effort to get up front and say, hey, we want a new F-Zero. And there you go. That's what we can ask, I guess. It's just someone did the work. Hopefully Nintendo will see the love that we have for F-Zero and their other weirder games, and they'll make some new ones.
Or they'll see that guy drop all that stock immediately, and they'll be like, oh shit, oh fuck.
All 100 shares.
Yeah. Can somebody do this now, but with SNK? Please, I'm begging you.
I don't know. You might end up getting killed and chopped into little pieces.
Maybe. But not if I have the doohickey on me. Not if I have the force of nature on me. Not if I have that whatchamacallit. John, I think we've been dancing around this news long enough.
Oh my god. So, there were 2 high-profile deaths in Japan this past week. One of them was insane, saddening, and brought us all together. And the other one was Shinzo Abe. So I will just say yes. Former Prime Minister of Japan Shinzo Abe did get assassinated about a few days ago.
What a terrible tragedy! Oh no!
Yeah, I mean, there's
John Machonsky. To think you cannot show some decorum for the man himself who denies the existence.
The feminist hero.
Yeah. The feminist hero, Shinzo Abe, who's done much for the benefit and safety of women. If you're not sure what I'm talking about, just look up Shinzo Abe comfort women.
Yeah, not gonna shed any tears for the guy at all.
Full-on World War II sympathizer, full-on denier of any sort of war crimes. If you have any single shred of understanding about Japanese politics, or none, even if you are unaware about what goes on in Japan, if you are only knowing about this guy because of the birth rate comments, know that he was a legitimate piece of shit.
Yeah, and of course, there may be some really awful repercussions from this.
Of course,
we're cracking jokes, but there's always a chance there's some bad shit going on here.
Any and all humor I get out of this, I do not get it from the actual repercussions of what is about to happen, because there are so many implications whenever it comes to actually taking out a major political figure. Mm-hmm. That said, yo, rip bozo, I'm lighting packs, yo, I'm going to a party later, and I'm just going to be talking so much about the death of Shinzo Abe, you won't even believe.
The way this ties into games specifically, though, one particular little wacky bit here is that some folks on 4chan decided to spread the completely wrong and like extremely easily debunked claim that Hideo Kojima was the one who assassinated him. They just started spreading images of Kojima where he's like wearing a Che shirt and shit, trying to be like, oh, he's a big old leftist. Look at this socialist who went out and killed Abe. When like they already caught the guy and he looks absolutely nothing like Kojima. Like they have pictures of him out there and everything. And B, Kojima's just like, he's just out there posting, like, everyone's making tweets that like, oh yeah, he probably just got out of watching Minions and now he's on Twitter. Like, what the fuck is going on? I mean, yeah, there's obviously the racist connotations here just by being like, oh, like these 4chaners just trying to get away with saying like, oh yeah, all these Japanese guys look just the same, which like, obviously not. But some folks got tricked. There was a Greek news, a Greek news show showed it, as well as there was a French politician, a far right politician, posted a bunch of pictures of Kojima with his with wearing a Ushanka and wearing Che Guevara shirts and bags and stuff. Real fucking stupid people.
Yeah.
And Kojima Productions did officially straight up say like, yeah, we are gonna have legal action to those who continue to spread this. Like,
as of a couple of hours ago, we have that on record.
Fucking insane shit going on, just in general. Whew. But yeah, right before this went down, something that did hit a lot harder. Kazuki Takahashi, the mangaka of Yu-Gi-Oh, was found off the coast of Nago City in Okinawa. 60 years old. It seemed to have been a scuba accident of some sort. Yeah, the creator of Yu-Gi-Oh has passed away. Like Yu-Gi-Oh is as just personally speaking, Yu-Gi-Oh means a lot to me. Like it brought me out of my shell at times when I was going to college. I didn't do too much, but that was probably the only times that I was really able to go out and meet people and hang out with folks, being such an anxious weirdo, like having a game to play. But, he also was pretty outspoken against right-wing politics. Like, straight up, people are making a lot of jokes about Takahashi, like dragging Abe to the grave, basically, and maybe that might be in bad taste, but at the same time, like, dude was like out there like telling people, hey, go vote against Abe because he's a piece of shit. Like he got in trouble because he drew like Yugi and Dark Magician Girl, like saying like go vote against Abe and the people he supports. Like he wasn't like super outspoken, I would say, but like for someone who is probably contracted to not really be able to say too much, he said what he could. And Yu-Gi-Oh is just Yu-Gi-Oh in of itself is just a really great story overall too. Like I think folks should definitely check out the manga. Like the manga is different from the anime, and it's got a heart to it. It's got a lot of really crazy shit going on too. Yes, Yugi does set a dude on fire. It's nutty out there. Yeah, absolutely. Rest in peace. His work is just going to continue on, like there's always going to be more Yu-Gi-Oh animes and mangas and games and cards, they're going to keep making cards, like, and it was his idea that started it. And like, Like, dude just really loved games. Dude absolutely loved games. And, being able to create, or at the very least help create a game that has gone on for so long and has inspired so many other games. Like, you just look at other trading card games and you're just like, that's obviously just like Yu-Gi-Oh! Or you play like a video game that has card elements, and a lot of it's just like Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, it's extreme. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is extremely inspiring and iconic, and like, just the fact that he was able to leave such a mark on manga and anime and games it's super impressive. Do any of you have any Yu-Gi-Oh! Memories that you would like to share, perhaps?
I mean, I definitely was a kid that grew up on Yu-Gi-Oh! As a show at the time, as someone that was just starting to at least compartmentalize, like, some of the things I like aren't necessarily, immediately innate to the culture that I'm exposed to. It's coming from somewhere else. And then slowly building up on those thoughts. Yu-Gi-Oh! Was definitely one of the first things that helped me start to, like, process that. At the same time, I never got super into the card game. My main memories stem from the fact that a bunch of us that did try to play Yu-Gi-Oh!, as in try and just do what we saw in the show and did not even pay attention to what the cards did. A lot of us were also just getting those, like, bootleg cards. So we were just, like, having, like, 5 fucking Slifer and Obelisk the Tormentor cards in, like, 1 pack. And the fucking 7-headed dragon that just, like, everybody managed to have a version of.
Hell yeah.
Nah, it's good. And I also...
Big Rabbi or whatever, that, like, Exodia that has, like, infinite attack or whatever, and it just says, it's basically just like, when you play this, you are about to win or whatever.
Something like that. Again, like, we didn't even read what the cards had on them, because we were just like, I cast the Dark Magician, and, there are definitely kids that grew out of that and actually started to learn how to play the game. And I think it's really interesting, too, just the way that to think about card games, this one having such a young tenure, especially with it not being the original focus of the manga, but it now being about, like, reaching 20-some years old and being such a big impact on aspects of the tabletop scene.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're, like, rebooting it in a couple different ways, like, they got the speed duels and the rush duels in Japan and all that, and that those are still pretty successful, and they're just coming up with different ways to play these games. It's cool. It's fun. Lorelai, how about you? Do you have any Yu-Gi-Oh memories?
Not really. Most of my time with Yu-Gi-Oh was selling cards at the comic shop, so to people, but there was a bit of, like, watching through almost the entire anime one, like, summer, where it was just like, I'm bored, I'm gonna start watching Yu-Gi-Oh! Oh, wait, this is good. Why am I enjoying this? Yeah. Why do I love all these what? No. Okay. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is good. I need to read the manga now, because you've said it might be better, and if that's the case,
some folks think so. I mean, it's both good. You can absorb Yu-Gi-Oh! However you want. There's not really, like, a bad way to absorb. Yeah.
I kind of absorb Yu-Gi-Oh! The same way I absorbed Pokemon, and that's through the anime.
Yeah. I'm remembering now, there was a kid, for some reason, like, I think we needed a movie to watch, and he just happened to bring his copy of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Movie, and at the time, I think that was the first instance of me recognizing what secondhand embarrassment was, in terms of, like, oh, I get this, but I don't know if a lot of these kids get this. Oh, man. Like, at like 7 or 8 years old, understanding what it meant to be a part of a niche subculture, and it not really translating for regular people. But also, the Yu-Gi-Oh! Movie was fucking fun. Like, it is incredible to think about the fact that like so much rides on just like, that being a good example of, for the most part, like really decent synergy of media to like manga to anime to games to actual card game set. It being a very positive synergy of trying to have it all at once, and for the most part, it working. I can't attest to all of the Yu-Gi-Oh games because I don't really know too much about them, but even just the most recent TCG, simulator that people are into, like that.
Oh yeah, Master Duel blew up like crazy. Yeah.
Exactly, yeah. So many people got back into it and were just like really eager to get back into Yu-Gi-Oh overall because of Master Duel. And I think it's still a good example that, for the most part, Yu-Gi-Oh is another avenue of how to find success, where you have so many you have so many companies within their product trying to at least also sell a card game, trying to get something out of that process as well. And while none of it gets, immediately as intrinsic as Yu-Gi-Oh can get, it's still interesting to me to think like, oh yeah, like so many things wanted to have a trading card system because they just knew the veracity that like kids had for like trading everything to get like their favorite Yu-Gi-Oh card and just having that deck ready on hand. Like it's such a Yu-Gi-Oh was a big landscape changer, I would say, as easy as it is to forget if you're not immediately in it. Yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh rules. That's the final word on that one.
Get your game on.
Get your game on. Let's talk a little bit more about what's going on with games here. Lorelai, hit us with some more of that stuff. What you got going?
Hey, so I haven't been on the podcast in a while. And Eiyuden Chronicle Rising came out, and hey, I'm just gonna geek out about Suikoden here for a minute. That game's frickin' phenomenal. Like it's pretty well written. It is like a short prequel preview of what things are of the world and what things are going to be like when Eiyuden Chronicle actually launches next year. But needless to say, I am really happy. It's got a really kind of fun action-based system where you're swapping between 3 characters constantly. Like it's almost like a tag fighter, where, hey, I'm doing one combo that starts with one character, and then I bring out the next, and then I bring out the next, and back to the first, and back to the third, and back to the second, as I just get this ridiculous air juggle going that, it's got a really fun combat system so far, and it's like kind of weird for a little spin-off action game they're doing for something coming out next year, but the writing is good. Some people have issue with like, oh, you got to do all this grinding to build up your town, and I'm like, that's kind of Suikoden, where you're constantly going out and recruiting new people to your town, and oh, now we've got a blacksmith, now we've got an item shop owner, and like, it makes sense that it's a little grindier in an action game, like a 2D action game spin-off. But God, the writing is great. It feels like it's building a Suikoden-like world, and like right down to some of the concepts are very much, hey, this is just a new Suikoden game from the people who made the best ones. And I am... Oh my God, I am so happy with having this kind of writing in games again. Like a big RPG that is like a big world, but you aren't saving the world. You're just in one little area, helping that area instead of, hey, we need to kill God. I love having that back.
Yeah, but what if you did kill God? That would be cool, though.
I would be a lot less interested. I mean, there's always some ultra-powerful thing at the end of a Suikoden game, but it's never God. It's like the physical embodiment of this vampire, this rune that is sucking people's souls away, or this witch that is really, really evil. And like, it's never. I like the fact that it is just, hey, it's one country, so it can be big but compact. Whereas everything else, like a lot of RPGs at the time, need to, you got to save the whole world. It's like, no, you're saving one country, and the rest of the world still has all its problems, and that country is still going to end up with a bunch of political problems because, you know, that's reality. A little bit. I just really love those games, and having a new one is everything to me, and having it feel right is even better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I need to actually pick this one up, because I remember at least seeing the trailers for Eiyuden Chronicle 100 Heroes, and I wouldn't say it immediately is in that HD 2D style, but I think it is very much in... To not go too much into, you know, the debate about how that style can look like overall, I think it's at least an example of another studio looking at, you know, that style come up and just going, oh, let's try our own spin on this. And I think I would be more open to see that come up. And I'm really interested to see how Eiyuden does it specifically.
And it like, I don't even know if it's like, I wouldn't almost call it the full HD 2D, because it's still 100% based on sprite art. And if there's one thing about Suikoden that I love with 1 and 2 is, like, 2 especially has some of the most expressive sprite art in the history of video games. Like, it is absolutely stunning, some of the things they do with like battle animations and stuff like that, and just it's good to have that team back doing what they do best.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I definitely agree there. I mean, still need to play Suikoden myself, but everything that I've heard from folks who have played it is just, it's nothing but praise.
Well, I mean, you loved the, like, a lot of people compare the Trails in the Sky stuff and the Kiseki games to Suikoden, because they kind of have that very similar feeling of, like, you aren't recruiting 108 friends in Kiseki, but there is that feeling of, hey, it's more about the one country instead of the whole world altogether. Yeah. And it like, they definitely do. I can see why people make that comparison. I don't 100% agree with it, but in that front, the fact that it feels contained is definitely a good point of comparison. I think you'd love it.
That I do agree. I do appreciate whenever a game can, or just any sort of story can, figure out what the stakes are, and if it doesn't need that high of a ceiling to crush through, you know, that's fine. I'm not asking for everything to be the most important thing ever. I just, like, whatever your endpoint is, as long as I can actually feel motivated to get there, you sold me.
Yeah. And 1 and 2 especially are nice and concise. 1, even if you, like, to get everything, if you've never played it before, takes like 25 hours.
Oh, wow.
2, maybe 40. But, like, and that's if you've never played it before, so you're poking in every corner to try to make sure you don't miss any characters. You're going back to villages and whatnot. You grab a guide, it's going to take you 14. Like, to get everything. It's they're not, you know, they're not massive undertakings, and they are incredible stories with incredible sprite art. And 2 has canonical lesbians.
There you go.
I would like for them to do. I would like for them to do some kind of collection of those games or something, so that way I don't have to pay $300 trillion to play them on consoles. But, you know,
yeah, it's fucking unhinged. Like, it's, and then when they re-released them on PS3, they did the first 4, but they didn't do 5.
That's the PS2 one, right? That's the, like, extremely expensive one.
No, Suikoden 2 is the expensive one on PlayStation 1. All the PS2 ones are relatively affordable for the most part. But Suikoden 2, even now, is still ridiculously expensive.
Suikoden 5 is $130 just the disc.
Oh, damn. It went up. I guess that's because it's the only one they never re-released.
Yeah, 3 and 4 are fine.
I still remember I bought my copy of Suikoden 3 for it was $120.
Oh, yeesh.
And then the next day they announced a reprint.
Oh boy, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's like $30.
Still
$40.
Worth it. It's my favorite. It's legitimately my favorite video game story of all time. But it's still like, oh god.
So yeah, it seems like 2 and 5 are the expensive ones. The rest of them are pretty reasonable.
Yeah.
It seems so. Yeah.
Like, yeah, 2 is the hard part.
Oh god, that cover for Suikoden 1. Ugh, the fuck?
It's so good. It's so good. It is the dumbest. Like, look at the Japanese cover, and it's incredible. It's like great art of all 108 characters. And then you get the US box art, and it's like, who the fuck even are these characters? What?
We got the fucking Mystic Knights of Tirnanag over here.
Yeah.
It's so bad.
Only $5,000. No, sorry, $4,500.
Oh yeah.
Is that what Suikoden 2's up to now?
Just got one random brand new Suikoden on the PlayStation 1.
Damn.
Or best offer.
Or best offer.
And then pre-owned is $40.
Yeah, I'm gonna offer you to eat shit. All right, any other games, Lorelai?
Oh, yeah. I've been digging deep into the Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes. That is, hey, what if Fire Emblem 3 Houses had decent writing?
Some people would argue with you about that one.
I am well known for my extreme dislike of I think the Edelgard route in 3 Houses is one of the worst written stories in video games.
I'm being normal. I'm being so normal about this. You can even believe how normal I am about this opinion. Like, that opinion, I'm normal about.
It's real bad. All the other stories are pretty okay. But that the Black Eagles are that story is very badly written and leaves like 9,000 open plot threads at the end of it, which is unforgivable to me. It's just bad writing.
Right.
And it could be bad localization, because the localization is also much better on this one. Hell, I'm actually enjoying, like, I went to the Black Eagles route first because I hated it so much in 3 Houses, and I am not hating it here. It still ends kind of mid, like, but it's a lot more resolved than 3 Houses was, which drove me up the wall.
That's fair.
Like, it's a good game. The game feels good. It feels a hell of a lot better to play than the first Fire Emblem Warriors. Like, they actually kind of got the weapon triangle system a little better this time. It's still not as deep as I would like from a Warriors game, which I know is weird to say, depth in a Warriors game, but there actually usually is some. Like, Samurai Warriors 5 had great depth to its gameplay. This is just kind of mash square and triangle. And sometimes you hold R1 and hit square and triangle. And it doesn't, like, even on hard, it feels like I can completely turn my brain off and not have to pay much attention. But I'm still really enjoying it.
Mm-hmm.
And then last thing I've been playing, hey, Vampire Survivors is almost finished. And or
at least at 1.0, right?
Yeah, this is the 0.8 patch, but they've got all the characters in, and there's only a couple of things missing from their roadmap still to go. the new update adds a thing where you can infinitely level up weapons, and it just leads to the dumbest shit. Like just swords that cover the entire screen. Like it is everything I want from a game like this. I had a level that I had so much stuff so big on screen at the same time because of the infinite level up thing that it lagged the game so bad that every second of time that went in the game took about 20 minutes. Because there was just so much stuff going on at once. It was just like, okay, I'm at minute 14. This ends at 15 minutes. I'm going to go for a walk. And this will probably all be done because I've got an infinite, healing build. So I can't die. I got back from an hour-long walk, and it was at 14 minutes and 10 seconds.
All right. Well.
Oh, it's so dumb. That game is so dumb. I love it. Best $3 I've spent.
That's right.
Maverick, how about you? What's going on?
Oh, man. It's kind of, it's weird sometimes when you get, into a game and it's kind of just like, well, what's the vibe that you're looking for? For me, recently, I have gotten into Monster Hunter Rise. So, originally, my familiarity with Monster Hunter is recent for the most part. I played a bunch of World, and I was getting into Iceborne, but never, there had been some time between the time that I had spent on World, and then the time I'd gotten to Iceborne, and it was just I don't have as much time to really, dig into it. And I know Rise is out, I'll figure out some time that I can get it. I've been sitting on this copy of Rise just, for a while, and just last week figured, I'll try it out. And originally, I was a Sword and Shield guy for World. Thinking about the Wirebug stuff, and still just riding off the highs of guy who recently caught up with Berserk, I'm thinking, I could try Greatsword. And with the base game itself, there is such a addition of just maneuverability and freedom with the Wirebug movement. Being able to launch yourself through parts of the arena and back and forth, just literally launching myself with my big sword charged up and whacking a monster in the face. I'm just like, oh, this is good. When I'm talking about I want to play Greatsword, this is what I mean when I want to play Greatsword. And then also, actually getting a feel for the rhythm of the combat. It's good. I think the addition of the Palamute is very, very well done. Not just for maneuverability, but also just to have another way to not make fights cheaper, because you can definitely still get carded with even your best Palico and Palamute builds. You can just get absolutely mopped. But it's at least another way to keep things flowing, so it's not just having to, grin and bear an encounter. I'm actually getting a feel for what are fights that I think are fun versus what are things that are easy to grind just so I can get my hunter rank up. And I was planning to just, go through so much of just the gameplay loop for high rank, and then I was able to actually afford to get Sunbreak, the newest DLC for Monster Hunter, which just adds the way that I can tell, or as far as I know, Monster Hunter is usually split up in this cycle of main game to expansion, where in the expansion, that's where you get introduced to Master Rank, you get higher leveled quests, monster AI is more aggressive and we're just more on your case, and asks you to still, again, have that level of thought and calculation to whacking a big monster in the head. but in a way, like, it adds a level of difficulty that's more than just, oh, the monsters hit harder and they'll take out more of your HP. Alongside that, they included switch skill swaps. So switch skills were already new to Rise, and were just some movement and fight options that you got with the use of your wire bug. For Greatsword, I could do a button combination that let me fling myself in the air and then just whack down with my Greatsword, and then I would be able to pop back up and land another hit down. The alternative to that would have been like, I bring myself forward to the monster, already sheathed my weapon, or already charging my weapon, boom, I take a hit. And that was it for the most part. Switch skill swaps actually are a way for you to have different movesets, basically, per actual weapon. Think of them like Street Fighter isms. You have or just anything that lets you like change your super or change the actual gameplay to suit your style better. And here for the Greatsword, you actually can switch skill swap to another set where it's not just changing your charge ups and whatever like special skills you have. It's actually also changing your main combo, where here, me using my DualShock for comparison, if you're just doing your standard bread and butter, everyone knows how to do this for Greatsword. It's charge up triangle, bam, press circle to do the sweep, charge up triangle again for the next one, forward and triangle to get your next charge slash, and that's how you do it. For the new skills, it's like, triangle into circle, then combo triangle and circle so that you can do a uppercut more or less, and then you get into your charge slashes, and there's so much more speed to that combo. Like, you're seeing your guy literally, like, fling his shit back and forth. There's a move in that combo that is just like, I'm taking it, I'm dragging it, and I'm literally punching my fist to get the blade to go, because I'm just actively trying to get on this monster. And not only is it fun, not only is it a breakup of what there's usually, available for Greatsword, it also adds in, as far as I can tell, the potential for elemental damage on a Greatsword, which in a Monster Hunter, elemental damage or any sort of status infliction is more calculated out of build-up. So for something like Sword and Shield, a lot of quick attacks, a lot of just constant smaller hits of damage that lets you do build-up to eventually land like poison status, or to deal that fire damage, or to do whatever there is. Now, it was difficult to do that with Greatsword because you just had, charge slash after charge slash. That's all. You're never going to get built up like that. Here, there's at least enough momentum that it's now actually plausible. I haven't tried it yet myself, but I'm definitely excited at the possibility for it. Some of the new monsters are definitely a lot of fun. I haven't sunk super, super deep into Master Rank yet, but the first fight that you get from Master Rank is against Daimyo Hermitar, which it's my first fucking crustacean that I fought in Monster Hunter, and it is off the shits. It's a fun little guy that it's a different way to go about the regular, dinosaurs and megafauna that you encounter. And it's already just a fun cast of monsters this time around. I think it's hard to think of like a monster that I outright don't like fighting. Maybe Zinogre, but that's just because I'm bad at fighting Zinogre. And then, I don't know, like overall, it's a really good expansion. I think there's a lot of longevity to Sunbreak, and I'm curious to see what comes next, because I think a lot of people are anticipating that the next step is a World 2. It goes back into that dynamic of, expansive maps that you can just run around in. I hope the maneuverability systems that you got out of the Wire Bug and Palamutes do translate over. I hope that some aspects of the Switch skills do come over as well. I don't know if all of it will be there, but there's a lot. Sunbreak reads to me like a Legends Arceus in that there is so much that's presented in what is more or less a diversion or just like a different installment of the game that's not necessarily the next step. But there is so much there that it would be a shame to just not do anything with it.
Well, yeah, it sounds like it's something that will continue on, and that don't they have like a DLC plans for like another year or something?
Oh yeah, no, like there's a reason that Monster Hunter is as popular as it is. They'll keep adding more monsters.
Back, baby.
What I am loving is that the PC version is actually updated to the same point, unlike Monster Hunter World, which was like 8 months behind on everything. Monster Hunter World would do an event and on PS4 and whatnot, and you'd be like, and if you were playing on PC, you'd be like, wow, I can't wait for 9 months for me to actually be able to do that event. It kind of sucked, but now with Rise, I just rebought it on PC and restarted. Like on Switch, I was playing with the Switchglaive, and now I'm going with the just bow and hammer as my two weapons of choice. I mean the insect glaive on Switch, but just restarting it and on the PC where it just looks and plays. I mean, it plays well on the Switch, but on PC, it's like, oh my god.
Yeah.
It's... Oh, what are you playing on, Mav?
I'm playing on PC also.
Yo, we should hang out sometime.
Listen, I've been already hounding Rose about it. I am more than eager.
We should absolutely, because I'm just getting restarted.
Yes,
and I want some buds to hang out with as I hammer my way up the hunter ranks.
Oh god, please. I like that is definitely a good game too, where the anonymous like matchmaking, because you can do join requests if so Rise also splits up a lot of its progress between, at least in the main game, like a solo village quests and then the Gathering Hub quests. Basically, single player versus multiplayer. You can do the single player at your as you want to like level up to at least wherever it is that the story says, all right, now you can just go off and do your own quests. There's still trouble in the village. 'Cause, famously, when it comes to the plot of Monster Hunter, it is just, an animal is here. Why is it here? It's here because of a happenstance. We gotta handle the happenstance. Now there's a bigger monster. And that's just the way it goes. But with the Gathering Hub, it's at least... You have the option to just set out a joiner quest, and anybody can join your mission, whatever it is, and just like get out the rewards with you. And for the most part, I have had really good hunts with monsters that would have just kicked my ass otherwise. And it's also just fun to see other weapons that come up. Like just this morning, I took care of a quest that is more or less like the uncapping of like hunter rank 50 to 100, and it's got like the big bad monsters of the game, not Magnamalo, but like the thing above it, the super mega boss or whatever, and it's the whole thing. But to just have that be a party of like 3 great swords and I think a charge blade. It was either a charge blade or a switch axe. Just like you see the way that people actually like do their tech, and it just helps you actually, see what it is that people do. Like the thing I see the least of is the bow guns or the bow itself. Like I never really clock long range as an option, but the cool thing about Monster Hunter is that every single weapon is viable. It's just a matter of figuring out the moveset and actually getting to it. Like it feels dumb to say that it makes sense. Monster Hunter is a game by Capcom, which is known for fighting games. But also, that's just the thing. Like, they know how to do this so that you have options available. And even more so now, where they're literally giving you option selects and different ways to have your combo go. And it's just so evocative in a way to just a lot of that early arcade cabinet style.
Yeah, that's one of the things I liked. In World, I mained the bow, but when I came back to Rise, I went back to more of a melee weapon, but in the middle with the insect glaive. But like, I want to see how it feels in Rise now, because like it felt like in World it was built a little more for the ranged weapons being more viable. And Rise seems a little more older school Monster Hunter, which is what I like. So I'm wondering if part of the reason I also went with bow on the PC is I want to see how it feels compared to World.
Yeah.
Because on World, it felt incredible. I mained that solo through the whole game, and it was viable, felt good all the time in every hunt. Whereas, you know, I still need to feel what that feels like in Rise, with its slight differences in how it controls compared to the other, and like how it interacts with the being able to, you know, your bug and whatnot, being able to flip around all over the place. Because if I could do cool shit where I'm like flipping into the air and still shooting my bow, I will 100% just be like, hey, screw the hammer, I'm just going bow forever.
Right. Yeah, I mean, like, again, the big thing for me was maneuverability. I liked just being a dude that could, with World, the monster scaling and a lot of that stuff that's just inherent for Sword and Shield, along with, you know, having the option to do some minor, like, stun or knockout damage if you just do a right shield bash. A lot of that translates into Greatsword, but especially now in a way where I don't have to sacrifice, you know, being able to just zip around. I still gotta hold my ground sometimes and just get those charges in, but I'm whenever a monster just, you know, knocks my shit out, I'm constantly just recovering and then going right into like a fucking Link down smash in Smash Bros.
Yeah.
Because it's just such an easy way to recover.
Like, that's part of why I ended up choosing to go with hammer this time.
Oh, it does?
Because I was just, you know, doing the early hunts just to test out how it felt. And I nailed on the first actual big monster, I nailed the, hey, zipping up into the air and fucking just nailing it right in the head with your hammer. And oh my god, it felt incredible. Like, I mean, you could kind of do that in World when you did kind of the jumping off the slide kind of thing. But, like, being able to just zip up with a bug and nail it at will instead of, like, having it be, oh, I can only do that kind of thing in this specific area. Oh, God, hammer feels so good. It feels so good to just drop down with your hammer and fucking smash a fucker.
Zipping up with a wire bug, or even just like jumping off of your Palamute, there are a lot more options to just launch. Like, there is so much more air maneuverability, which I really appreciate.
I just like the quality of life of the Palamute is legitimately one of my favorite parts of the game. Hey, I need to get there a little faster. I'm going to jump on this dog and ride my way there. Oh, it rules. It rules.
I pray that we can see more Palamute stuff in the next, whatever the next Monster Hunter is. Because if it's not there, like, that's not an instant don't buy, but God, it's like it very much is just press Y to take out a Pokeball and immediately catch a motherfucker you see on the screen.
Yeah.
If I gotta weaken it, sure. Like, but just let me do the thing that can take out so much of that frustration that I might build up otherwise.
And not having to do the, oh, hey, I see, like, I mean, I actually liked the world stuff with the, hey, I see its footprints and whatnot and tracking it down. That was cool, but I kind of love having just, hey, I know where that thing is going because I hit it with some poo. I hit it with what I need to. I know where it's going. I'm going to track this thing down. It's going back to its nest to take a nap. Hey, I'm going to run over there, get to it. And
oh my god, I just remembered another big quality of life factor. It's the fact that fucking wall running is no longer just a time limit and then you got a wire bug again. It is stamina based. So as long as you have enough stamina, you can wall run anywhere.
Yeah, the Sunbreak changes, like, as I said, I've only played a little bit of it so far. I'm probably going to dig in deep once I actually get going on all the stuff I have going on in the background with the streaming set up and things like that. But, like, once I go full on, that's, oh god, it's over for me. I'm just going to be hitting things with hammers for hours a day.
It's good. It's a good way to live.
Like, especially with what they've added with Sunbreak, it's like some of my favorite Monster Hunter fights in history are back, rather than what was a good roster of fights, but it was missing something.
Yeah.
Like, having that back is so... I am so excited to full on just lose myself now that I rebought it. Because, yeah, it's... God, what a good game.
What a really good game. Just simple, to the point. I think there is definitely... I don't know, again, post-world, it feels like it's a lot more accessible in a way. But all the same, as soon as you're in it, it's just like, I can't imagine a time that I wasn't, like, engrossed with it.
Yeah. It's definitely one that I look forward to killing some things with you.
Yeah, I do miss the big food. I like the dongo. The hopping dongo is a good, like, risk-reward concept that they added in Sunbreak also. I do just miss having a big food.
Yeah. I want my cats to cook the big food. The biggest food.
Yeah. You know, just have a big old bowl of rice. Give me a big old sushi plate. If we want to go with the Japan, like feudal Japan influence, there's ways you could still add that in there. Now they've got some Europeans in there too, you know.
Fuck it.
A lot of accordion music, a lot of accordion stings in Sunbreak.
Duh.
Interesting.
Oh, I'm like legit about you give me a reeded organ instrument and I am all over that soundtrack. Motherfuckers out here listening to Sufjan Stevens while we hunt Rathalos.
Yeah. All right, let's get through the rest of this news here, because there's still quite a bit here. So, the Intellivision Amico. Yet again, it's insane. Shit is just constantly going down with this awful, bad console that's not actually going to happen, probably. On June 21st, the Amico's trademark was willfully abandoned, which, according to this IP lawyer on Reddit, said, a trademark is abandoned for failure to file either a statement of use or an extension within the required time period. After you get a trademark allowed, meaning you have the right to use it in commerce, you have a certain amount of time to either use it and file a statement of use, or file an extension so you can have some time. The mark still shows that it has an attorney of record who works at the same firm that's handling the omnibus patent. It's a very well-respected firm, so it's unlikely that the attorney just forgot to pay the fee. Fee is also low, a few $100s including legal fees, so it's probably not an issue of not having the money. The only rational conclusion is that Intellivision explicitly requested that the attorney not file the extension. But then, on the 5th, there was an update where they did refile with a new trademark application, but their company address is now just a UPS store. No fucking idea what's going on with this. It sounds bad. It sounds insane. I don't know who the hell is still looking forward to this.
Italian excellence. We are so closer to Italian excellence.
Mamma mia, Papa Pia. Tommy Tallarico's got the diarrhea. E3 is back, I guess, kinda. So, we took a few years off of E3 because of the pandemic. The 2021 didn't happen. The 2021 happened was all virtual. And then 2022 is, again, just canceled. So, it's gonna be coming back next year. And the ESA has hired ReedPop, the folks who do PAX, New York City Comic Con, and more, to help run it. They haven't really said what it's gonna be like. I don't know what they're exactly gonna be wanting to do with this.
It's gonna suck ass, and there's not gonna be a mask mandate. Or if they do, if they have a mask mandate, they're gonna cancel it a day after you can't get a refund anymore.
It seems bad. It seems bad. I don't know. I mean, yeah, like I said, I went to AX. I guess to kind of extrapolate on that there, I don't think that's a ReedPop joint, but they had a vaccine mandate, which, that's cool. It was like you gotta have a vaccine or a negative test. And then they had a mask mandate for when you walk in. But once you walked in, they weren't gonna check you. You were just there. Which, the nice thing, though, is that a lot of the folks working there were straight up like, hey, you can't come to our booth unless you're wearing a mask. Like, I know for a fact Konami was like I went to the Yu-Gi-Oh! Booth, and they were just like, yeah, you're not allowed in unless you're wearing a mask. A lot of the artists were saying, yeah, you need a mask. And I mean, that was also bad in its own way, because apparently the CEO2 levels were bad. So that was rough down there. I hope a lot of the artists are still healthy. It seems like most of the ones that I'm following were fine, but it's not good to be running stuff like that. It should be a lot safer.
Yeah. And AX has a history of being one of the worst run big shows that's out there. I mean, like, I still remember when a friend of mine had a table in Artist Alley, and they threw Artist Alley in a parking garage with no air conditioning
Same here.
on a 110-degree day.
It definitely wasn't as hot this year, which was nice in general. But pretty bad. Pretty poorly run stuff. Like, I had a good time, but it was perhaps in spite of the Anime Expo folks instead of because.
But
it sounds like ReedPop does a lot of the same stuff.
Yeah, they do. I mean,
I have not been to a PAX. I have not been to a New York City Comic Con, or I guess they also do Star Wars Celebration. I haven't been to any of those.
Comic Con wasn't like the worst thing, but that is also one part of New York City Comic Con can definitely be the people that run it. The other part of it is the reality of the Javits Center and what it is as a convention space. It's just weirdly spaced out and organized. Like, I was there recently to help out with an event that a friend needed me to work, and in that context of more or less like a food expo, think funny Simpsons plot where literally everything from foods of the world on the top floor to very specific niche hot sauce vibes and like the bottom floor. And for that kind of a thing, it worked. Because it's like, oh yeah, we have specific displays by region and by context. If someone's got like a sample set up over here, we can take care of that. It felt like it made sense for what they were trying to do. When I went for Comic-Con, it was still the same event spaces, but it was like, all right, we're going to have the downstairs be our artist alley, but not entirely. Like, there's some of it that might have been like cut off or like for other reasons. Top floor was a mix of active, actual like booths and demonstrations and whatnot, mixed in with people just like selling stuff or like autograph signings. It was much more condensed as well. That might be just the level of attendees, with one being more like insider focused versus the other, but like that, it's just weird hosting an event at the Javits Center. It's fucking weird.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still just bitter because like my partner and I waited until the last possible day to pay for our Emerald City Comic-Con table, because we were worried they might rescind the mask mandate and whatnot, like all these other shows had done, like Anime Expo, before they unrescinded it. And then the day after everyone had to pay for their tables, they rescind their mask mandate. Hey, we're following King County guides because, the safety is important. It was their safety update. Like their safety and security is the strongest. We want you all to feel safe. That's why we're rescinding the mask mandate to go with the King County rules, where there is a massive spike in COVID cases right now, some of the highest in the country. So, wonderful. It's too. What are you going to get from that? If you look at Anime Expo, not rescinding the mask mandate sure as hell didn't affect attendance. Like, you're already sold out, like almost sold out. What, you aren't going to get more people by rescinding your mandate. You're going to lose half your guests, which Emerald City is already seeing happen with a whole lot of writers all pulling out. It's convention organizers not be stupid challenge.
Yeah.
Please fucking
Like, I don't know. They're not being stupid. They just don't care, and they're making more money this way. That's why.
But that's the thing, is like, they're not making more money. It didn't affect Anime Expo at all, having it. In fact, Emerald City is probably going to lose more money because of people pulling out, refunding their tickets. Like, it's completely, it's baffling to me. Like, you've got that many people in a in a relatively small building with not great airflow. What the hell are you thinking?
Yeah, like, not even, or coinciding with the reality of the current pandemic, because also, let's always stress the fact that it is still an ongoing pandemic. No matter how good the numbers look, that's just the reality. But also, like, how long has, con crud been, like, a concept? It just, I don't know. If you tell me that there's a way that people can, after spending a whole weekend in this kind of a space, manage to not be as sick, like, right after, I feel like that would be a pretty good sell, also.
Yeah. Like, hey, no worries about con crud. You aren't going to get the con SARS, or in my case, from PAX, you aren't going to come home getting the avian flu or swine flu or whichever one it was that I got. I forget now, but oh boy, there was a massive outbreak that came out of one of the early PAXs of, I'm pretty sure it was swine flu, but it was just like, I mean, conventions are already super spreader events just with our regular viruses that people get, our colds, our flus. You don't think that not requiring masks isn't going to turn Emerald City, all of these shows, into massive spreader events? You don't think that's going to happen? Because it absolutely is.
Yeah, I'll be safe because I'll look at the event from afar up in Fraser's house. And I'll be waving.
Hi, everybody. How's it going down there? Hello.
Yeah, and I'll be like, you seeing this shit, Fraser?
I just want to toss my salad and scrambled eggs at all of them.
You know what? At Reed Pop, we're tossing our salad and scrambled eggs at you.
That's one way to put it. That's one way to put it. Let's see here. So, the legendary Elden Ring player, Let Me Solo Her, also known as Suboi Klein on Twitter, was sent a fucking sword and a bunch of other goodies from Bandai Namco for being badass and fighting off Michaela? Is that her name?
Mikola, yeah.
Yeah. I haven't played that game still.
That's fine.
Yeah, 1,000 kills helping people get through the game solo. Got a fucking sword, a map, and like a wood burnt art of her as well. It's a bunch of really cool shit. Definitely deserved from a hero such as he. Really fun little story there. Great that they are acknowledging one of the heroes of Elden Ring, because he did it. He soloed her 1,000 times.
That's like one of my favorite stories, is the company going, no, we need to find this guy who's become an internet meme and people are cosplaying his character, but also he's helping people with the hardest boss fight in the game. Like, all he does during the day, it feels like, is log on and just helps like 20 or 30 people a day.
I mean, he like retired though, right? Like after 1,000, he was done. So
yeah,
I can respect that. Put in the work, wrapped up, all done. Let's see here. So, this is a report from some rumors as well as Kotaku hitting up the sources at Rockstar, saying that GTA 6 is the big focus of Rockstar right now. So they are winding down Red Dead Online on Red Dead 2. As well as that Red Dead Redemption 1 and GTA 4 remasters were being worked on at some point, but are no longer doing so because GTA Trilogy was such a mess and people were really upset with it. So now they are just focusing 100% on GTA 6. I mean that's kind of it, It's just like, hey, here's fucking the new GTA game, so everyone will be excited about that, and so they're just gonna focus on this.
That's fair. I don't mind if a company is just not bothering with the remaster.
Yeah.
As long as the product in question is still easily like accessible, I think that's a totally fine like trade-off.
Yeah,
I mean, I could fucking take it or leave it. I don't give a shit.
It's kind of weird that they are just like, oh yeah, Red Dead Online, we're just fuck that. Like, they're never gonna stop. Like I wonder how poorly that is doing, because like GTA 5 Online is still like the hot shit.
I mean, it must just not be going as good enough as GTA Online. So they're like, let's do 6, so that way we can get another big ol' like injection of GTA 6 players.
Yeah, that because I don't. Yeah, it's just kind of weird that they. I mean, it's already felt like weirdly unsupported. Because like I checked in on that every once in a while, just because like 5 was such an interesting thing, and it was always like there were people there, but not really there. If you kind of get what I mean. It's just like always doing their own thing. Whereas you get on 5 and there's always something weird happening.
I mean, 5's got its own whole like RP server as well.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah.
And our last bit of news here. GameStop's CFO has left the company. Has been replaced by their CAO. Sounds like they have made a bunch of cuts, as in they have fired a lot of people, including regular GameStop as well as Game Informer. They are, still trying to post blockchain stuff, even though everyone's sick and tired of it, and, it's just insane that they're gonna do that instead of keeping their people. Fucking GameStop. I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Apparently, and like this is unsupported, but apparently no one on that whole NFT team of shit even got touched by these layoffs.
I bet. I bet.
Man, I am so glad I have no idea what the current state of blockchain and Web 3.0 shit is. I assume it's just still a downward slope, because like none of it feels like it's sticking, but
The NFT thing is absolutely just like NFTs especially are just completely tanking in value. It's hilarious. The amount of stories that are just like, oh yeah, I bought that thing for $1 million and I tried to flip it and I got like $24. Makes me laugh hysterically. It's like good investment, bruh.
Good job, y'all.
Yeah, like, the only way I could ever find myself even having a semblance of connection to this is if I somehow got a time machine and I transported my ass back to 2008 and told little 12-year-old me, hey, go to the, like, whatever the first, like, Bitcoin was, convince my mom to give me, like, $20 to, like, get a thing, like, whatever time it could have been, like, a 1-to-1 trade-off, and then be like, all right, this date, this time, you're going to sell this. Don't worry. You're just going to sell it. And rid myself of whatever interest in this I could have. And also just be much well off. But of course, this is the conceit that I would have a time machine. So I'm content in just saying, nah, I'm just going to laugh whenever I have to see prices for one Bitcoin every time I use Venmo. In fact, let me go check that now. So let's see here.
I've had to use Venmo and Cash App recently, and just seeing the like, please buy and sell Bitcoin through our app.
Here's the crypto section.
Oh, even
man, maybe
PayPal having a crypto wallet is just like, fuck off.
Buy crypto with as little as $1. Bitcoin going for $21,000, $631.71, down 1.01%. Jesus Christ.
Bad.
It's stupid. Money is stupid already. Don't make money even do not make me support the concept of a bank. Because you're crashing and burning with your free market virtual thing that is now slowly trying to regulate itself with the concept of another bank.
Bad.
Yep.
Bad.
Oh my god. You're making me defend paper money. Do you know how down bad you gotta be if you're making me defend the thing I already barely have nowadays?
God.
Alright, well, that's all the news. Is there anything else y'all want to talk about before we head into our question?
Nah, I'm good.
No? Okay. If you want to send in a question, go to videogamechoochoo.tumblr.com/ask. You'll sound like this fine motherfucker right here, Wheels. Hello, Wheels. Oh, I shouldn't have cussed him out. I'm sorry, Wheels. It was nice to hang out with you at Anime Expo. Anyway, Wheels asked, Arknights just announced that the global version will be getting a collab character that's a gajinka of a character from a 1980s Chinese animated film. What would be the funniest obscure animal from Western media that you'd put into the game? 2 words, baby. Watership down. I want bloodthirsty rabbit girls fucking ripping the shit out of each other with their teeth in Arknights.
Put Mr. Ed in Arknights. Put Mr. Ed in Arknights.
Hey, Wilbur.
Because he's going to say some fuck shit at all of the women.
The Homeward Bound trio.
Oh,
put
yeah?
them in there? Yeah.
Beethoven. Gotta have Beethoven.
Oh, Beethoven would be great.
Babe, Pig in the City.
Lassie is an obvious get.
But it would also
Cujo.
Fucking Cujo, hell yeah.
Cujo's like a secret boss.
Yeah, Cujo would be on the bad side.
You dress him like a hockey goal, like a really stylish hockey goalie, so it's a double reference.
Right. Arknights does not deal with primates, right?
I don't know.
Is it non-primate mammals?
I really don't know, but are you throwing out King Kong here, or what are you saying?
No, I'm throwing out Dunstan from Dunstan Checks In.
Fuck yeah, there we go. Yes. He will drop a coconut on everyone's shaft and just destroy them.
Alright, no, you just bring Dunstan in as Dunstan, and you have a bunch of skits Dunstan, around like, wow, who's this new recruit? Or whatever.
That is just a ape.
It is just a monkey. And it's not even like a drawn. They just
It's just a picture of Dunstan.
It's just the JPEG, a la Ace Combat 7.
You know the worst part of that is I could actually see them doing that, but it would be with a fucking bored ape. So no, let's keep
Don't say that.
out of.
Don't say that.
Let's keep the primates out of.
The mission is that you blow up the yacht club. You just blow it up.
Oh God!
Exactly.
Okay.
No,
never
exactly.
Mind. Never mind. Let's bring it back.
That's what they're doing. Yeah, that's what they're doing.
And you're blowing up the head of the yacht club, Shinzo Abe.
All my Abe's gone.
No censoring for this one because you can't even. This can't even be traced back to a guy.
All my Abes are gone. I've lost them all. They were stolen in a Discord hack.
All my apes are gone because their lives were taken.
Oh God!
By some girl with donkey ears. What are other famous animals?
If
Flipper.
we're doing other primates, where's Mighty Joe Young? Yeah, Flipper.
Yeah.
And Free Willy.
Yeah, get
Dumbo.
Free Willy in there.
Oh my God, there's just all kinds of shitty characters you could put in there.
Get Dropsy.
Trying to think of what of other animals.
Leica.
That's a good one. But Balto.
Hell yeah.
Fievel. We gotta Fievel in this shit.
Yeah.
Hachiko is just a continual coming soon.
The rescuers.
Down Under, especially.
Yeah, especially when they went down under.
Oh, get the Great Mouse Detective in there. Give Radigan another paycheck.
Good lord.
Bambi out to get revenge for her mom.
Bambi's a good one.
Basically, every single character. I think Arcanite should just be the Smash Bros of Gajinkas.
Warrior Cats collab.
The last unicorn.
Oh.
You could put the fucking the magic dragon from the Neverending Story as an anime girl.
Oh, fucking like Falcor or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see Falcor in there.
Fucking A.
Get God, it was on the tip of my tongue and I forgot it. The mouse on the motorcycle.
Stuart fucking Little. Put Stuart Little in there.
Get some street sharks up in here.
The mouse from Stuart Little, you know.
Not Stuart Little, the mouse from Stuart Little.
Yeah. Oh my God, there's too many animals. They made a lot of.
What if we just reduced animals?
The dog from A Dog's Purpose. This dog's purpose is to shoot people this time.
Oh God.
I'm just trying to do popular animal movies. What else?
There's a bunch.
Oh fuck. The largest character in Arknights, Clifford the Big Red Dog.
See, I was trying to avoid that because it was too easy. That's why I went with Cujo.
Marmaduke? Fuck.
Marmaduke would be a good get.
Marmaduke would be a good get.
Get the whole
Hobbs,
Scooby family.
Sexy Hobbs from Calvin and Hobbes.
All right.
Happy Feet. It could be like a bard. Dance.
Oh, what are we doing? What are we playing at here? We need fucking cow tools.
Oh shit. There's a lot of movies with animals in them.
Yep.
Yeah, dude. You know what people loved back then? Just getting a camera and filming an animal doing shit.
Oh man, we could. Oh shit, we could get the fucking the Alpha and Omega wolves.
Yeah, and they animate just like in the movies.
Yeah. John Cena as Ferdinand.
Yeah, we can't forget about that.
Everybody's favorite. Everybody loves Ferdinand. Snowy from The Adventures of Tintin.
The G-Force gerbils, or
get those hamsters in there.
Yeah.
Or are they gerbils? Because the G, I think, stands for gerbil.
Maybe.
Or guinea pig. Yeah.
Yeah. And we get the lemmings that the Disney company brutally murdered. They could be like They could be like gravel, and they're just like, just to put out there so they can get killed instead of your other operators.
Are there any birds?
Rio,
Polly from the movie Polly.
I was gonna say we got to put Mr. Popper's penguins in there, but there is actually literally a real ass penguin in that game. So, and he has a Tupac shirt.
Right.
Iago.
I see Iago in there.
Freed.
Yep.
But
the Incredible Mr. Limpet.
Oh fuck! Oh my god! All right, so there's your challenge for the week, everybody. I'm not gonna demand it, but I say choose one of the characters that we listed there. We gave you quite a few, and draw an Arknights OC based on them. That is the request that we have here. I don't know who you all will choose, but I would love to see something. That'd be very funny.
So I did not realize that the Incredible Mr. Limpet was eventually about like Don Knotts helping win World War II. I did not realize that was part of the fucking movie.
Well, I mean, now he'll be helping the fight against Reunion, so...
Yeah, no, that makes him battle ready. I was saying that as a Hail Mary, but now, like, no, this is a tenured and tried war hero coming in to save the day for Rhodes Island.
Mm-hmm. All right, well, there you go, Wills. That's your answer. The most fucked up answers that you could possibly get. And thank you all for listening. If you want to continue to follow us, it's videogamechoochoo.com. We have a Twitter at VGChoochoo. We have our Tumblr, videogamechoochoo.tumblr.com. Facebook.com/videogamechoochoo. YouTube.com/videogamechoochoo. Twitch.tv/VGChoochoo. Those are all the different websites you can follow to keep up with all the bullshit we're getting up to. If you like what we do, you can go to our Discord server, thegamezone.zone. You type that into a web browser and it'll bring you straight there. As well as, you can give us money on Patreon, patreon.com/VGCC. Just $3 a month gives you all of our content a week early, and that includes 2 episodes of Unlimited Railworks. Plus, whenever we do an interview podcast, you get that. We're going to be doing some more videos soon, so we'll be doing that. Check it out. It's just $3 a month. I think that's a steal. And finally, for that, thank you Magic Circuit/Melt Channel for our theme song Crush off of the album Magic is Real. If you want to listen to their stuff, it's meltchannel.bandcamp.com or magic-circuit.bandcamp.com. So where can people find you, Lorelei? Where can people find you?
Well, you can find me on Twitter and Twitch at Judgment Scythe.
All right. Maverick?
Folks can go ahead and find me on Twitter at Mavsplaniamania. That's at MAVSPLANIAMANIA. Still just posting whatnot. Hopefully, I'm going to try and get some video out for the site as well. Now that I'm playing a few more things, it feels like I want to get into the saddle of just putting some stuff out there. So, going to be trying to, maybe show a couple of crackheads trying to fight a Rathlos or something.
Sounds good. You can find me at JOHN_MICHONSKI on Twitter. And that'll do it. We'll be back next week with another episode of the Video Game Choo Choo podcast. So long.